Your mind's long gone and you're all out of smoke. Light me up a cigarette before I go. Your whole world fits inside of the palm of your hands. I try to tell a man what the girls don't understand. The choice is yours, where you're at me. The choice is yours. Oh, the choice is yours, taking it easy. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Your arms wide open, the walls are caving in. There your secret theme within your skin. When you focus on the good things, all things under the sun, you free yourself from negativity and then the good shall come. Choice is yours, well you're at me. Choice is yours. Oh, the choice is yours, taking it easy. The choice is yours. The choice is yours.
The choice is yours and the choice is mine. You can't please everybody all of the time. Looking open, pray, things will be just fine. But man, I know at the end of the line, happiness is only a state of mind. Open your eyes and in time you will find. Open up your heart, let your love light shine. And it don't cost a penny, nickel or dime. Give a little up and give a little like the way that it goes. What comes around, say come around, so everyone knows. What you give is what you get, so take a look, cause it shows. Picking up your brother in the time you feel low. Picking up a challenge, go let's slip a buckle. Moving up the best and nothing less than I do. When I'm talking up my split, don't burn it fast, I like it slow. Moving up in the style of in the fashion, I'm so bold. Moving another door, when the time another door is closed. Moving to the light and from the dark, now we exposed. When I'm reaching to the sky, just spread it out and let it go. Never do a thing because somebody say you know.
I take the brakes off and I ride, yeah. Whatever it takes us, so yeah.
What's going on, team? How we doing? I'm jumping on in here. Let me make sure I'm not peeking out here. What's up, guys? I'm gonna bring the music on down. How we doing out there, team? I hope you guys are ready to get into some stocks. Let me know if the music gets a little too low. I still want you guys to be able to hear it, but I'm gonna try to find this a good level here where you guys can hear me and still we have some jams playing here. So welcome to it. This is Money Mitch. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and get right into some stocks, guys. You guys throw them up in the chat. This is the Super Bowl of stocks watch list. We're going to go ahead and take a look, a little spontaneous look here. I'm going to take a look at some of the stocks. We're also going to talk also about some macro catalysts that are coming on up. Of course, we got the Fed meeting on Monday, surprise meeting. Minutes coming out on Wednesday. So it's going to be all based off of Russia this week. Of course, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look. If Russia goes to war, let's take a look at these stocks. If Russia doesn't go to war, let's take a look at these stocks. How about we take that approach? Let's go ahead. Let's get right to it. Welcome to it. Money Mitch, guys, do me the favor. We need to get to at least 100 people in here. We got about 44 people in here. So hit the like button. Let's support the show. This is spontaneous. I'm going to bring some music in it. You guys can throw up some songs in the chat, throw up some stocks. Of course, if you want, throw a super chat. If you throw a super chat, I'll make sure to get that song on. And we're going to have some fun. Monetization off. I ain't trying to make no money on this. I'm trying to have a good time with you guys out there in the Super Bowl stocks. Welcome to it. Hit the share button. Let some stock friends know. Join in. Let's get it going. Welcome to it. Money Mitch.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, guys? Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. So let's talk about first. I like to always give my top pick, right? So my top pick is going to be right here, a stock that I've been watching on my show, Money Mitch, that's on every single day, 4:30 Eastern, except Fridays, because, Friday I like to have a little fun and kick back myself. I can't blame you guys. So, hey, pinky on up, guys. I hope you guys are ready. I see a lot of people joining us. Beach Bum, Joshua, Jameson, Bill, Joshua Cruz in the house. Appreciate the super chat, my friend. If you got a stock, I'm going to roll up to see if you already threw one in there, but definitely throw one right now. If you got a song to put on, also throw it up in the chat. We'll keep it going. Let's keep the vibes going. Let me know if this is too loud on the music. I don't know what's the perfect level here because I'm using Pandora right now, just having some fun, listening to a stick figure mix that I like. But this is, of course, Revolution. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's get into some stocks. All right, what's up, Jameson in the house? That's my man. Perfect sound. That's what I like to hear, Josh. All right, let's go ahead. GGPI, that was a good one. That was a Super Bowl commercial stock. All right, so let me talk about gold, and I'm going to start going through stocks that you guys want to talk about. First thing, I just want to talk about an area that I want to look at this week, and I'll show you guys exactly why. All right, so a lot of the times I'm looking at what's called sector to industry analysis, right? And so what I'm trying to do is find the rotation, play the game of playing with the herd versus trying to find stocks. One of the things that I learned as a day trader was all the time I would find myself being like, where are the stocks? Where are the stocks? I need a scanner. I need to catch the fast moving one. No, I don't want to just catch one stock that's moving. I want to catch 5, 10 stocks that are moving in one direction. Why is this important? For me and my trading strategy, I'm trying to trade with the trend, right? And so with that, I'm trying to swing trade into those rotationary moves and try to ride that momentum and capture, of course, the money, guys, the money. Let's keep it going here. I don't know why I didn't set up my stream deck here, so I'll take a second to play the sound, but I got to at least get it going here. Let's get the stream deck going here. All right, so we're all about this right here. That's what we trade for, man. I mean, I don't take my trades for no reason. So let's go ahead. Let's get to it, guys. Let's take a look here. Gold. Why do I like gold? All right, so I'm going to cut the music at least just for a second while I'm gold talk, and then when I do stocks from the chat, I don't think you'll be able to get me to cut the music right quick. Let's take a look here. So gold is very important because this is the index for me. This is an index that I use from TC 2000. It doesn't necessarily mean exactly the gold index that you might be looking at, but it's going to be pretty similar, right? And so if you can see here, one of the things is if you follow this trend line, and the top of the trend line starts on July 27th, 2020. We've been in a downtrend since essentially a pandemic. And we went back to a support that's a pretty good area here. So this is kind of what I would call a buy zone. So in this consolidation, I'm sure you've been getting some bigger positions to set up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint that green because that's an area where I think people are accumulating the position. And so who could be accumulating positions there? Of course, probably bigger institutions, but we're going to use that to kind of find, did we find a bottom here in gold and really starting to get a whipsaw up? So I'm going to go to the weekly because it looks cleaner, right? It looks cleaner. And this is what I call a multi-time frame trade, because if you go to the monthly, it looks even cleaner. And so I'm going to go to the weekly now just to kind of find those bottoming actions. And one of the things that I'm always looking for in stocks, guys, is looking for the third bottom, right? So a lot of times what I mean by third bottom is 3 actions to break down through support. So if that's the zone to buy, look how these actions go right through it and then hold. I think that's so important. Because when you get that kind of action, what do you get? You get kind of like this bottoming effect. Why? Because the pressure and the buying pressure keeps coming in off of the support. So the bears are not winning in that zone. So what I look for is not necessarily that first one. I mean, you could react off that first one. It looks like a curve effect there. But what I like to do is wait after the third one and then look for it to test that support one more time and then close above that support. If you're able to do that, then you're able to really start taking advantage of the momentum and ride that next wave, right? And so what I can see here on the daily is we went down and we tested here. And what do we do the next day? We clearly come back on up and been strong ever since. And so since Monday, I've been looking at this trade. And so Monday is right here. I'm going to highlight that candle. And what do you get? You kind of get this bullish engulfing look here where you're starting to really create and accumulate here on gold. So that's why I'm calling GOLD. Of course, you guys can take a look at this in different ways. We don't only need to look at GOLD. We could take a look here. So sometimes what I like to do, and this is going to be the only teaching, like real lesson that I'm trying to do today, is I'll take a look here at the RSI. And I'll try to find some of the high ones or some of the ones that are close to the RSI that I'm looking at right now. So you got gold here, but then let's take a look at something that's a little bit bigger, like IAG. Look at this one. This is a $3 stock, but let's take a look here on the weekly, see if we're starting to see a trend that it can come into play. And so you can see, you can draw maybe this downtrend and you can see, okay, so we're coming into that. We can look at a move above here towards 350. And the reason I'm looking at this is that this is how I try to find plays, guys. I like to work backwards. So I'm working from the sectors, which are right now, I like basic materials in an inflationary environment. We're working into gold, and now we're looking at different gold plays. We can take a look at just even the high capitalization ones. Of course, I've called out this NEM trade, and this is setting on up too. This is NEM Newmont Corporation, and I have these levels right here that I was looking for us to get through. If you look on the daily, we just broke on through those levels. Now I'm looking for this to continue here. If you draw a trend line here, now you got above there, nice bullish engulfing candle here. So a nice candle there. Would you look for a little pullback into this? And I would look for a little pullback into this zone, maybe around 63, risk off to 62. Look for the continuation in this one. This is why I like to look at these plays. Of course, my favorite here is going to be GLOD because I already traded it this week and was looking for the breakout through 20. And we got a nice lift here in Barrick Gold. So if you want to take a look at some gold play, what can I say? I love gold, guys. I love gold. Let's keep it going, guys. All right, time to get to stocks from the chat. You guys smash that like. I'm going to check on the likes, guys. I want to see us get at least to 50 likes by now. Let's go ahead. Let's bring the music back in. Let me see what we're playing right now. Hey. Hope you guys enjoy the music, enjoy the tunes. And, of course, if you got a song to throw up, throw it on up. Did I get a stock from Joshua? I need to rewind to see if I got a stock from Joshua. Josh, did you throw it in there? Oh, COP. I got you, Josh. Let's go ahead. Josh threw up a super sticker, so I'm going to go ahead and cover that for Kanoko Phillips. We're talking oil. I love it, man. One of the best plays to definitely be looking at. I mean, just look at this year, right? You don't even need to look at last year. Just take a look at from January 1st. And so January 1st, or our first trading day, was right in this area. Look where you were. You were in a perfect area to be looking at oil. If you saw this trend line here, you saw a nice bottoming action. What do you get on this chart too? Look, I called it out, guys. I'll show you guys one more time on the teaching lesson here. 3 bottoming actions. Look for that 4th recovery. Boom. Once you get that, now you have a level to really go off of. Use those daily candles. Use those supports. Boom. COP moving on up. Now it has a new resistance that you're trying to get through, right? And what is this? This is kind of more of an ascending triangle look. And so ascending triangles are a little bit bullish, and you kind of getting into this point where you're starting to do this battle zone, right? And so you create a support and you do your own little rule of 3 here. Rule of 3, really, from me, it comes into play with a rule that is not necessarily my own. It's Elliott wave theory. And I figured out this just by keep looking at charts and patterns. But you guys can look it up by looking up Elliott wave theory, and you can see that battle zone in there. Now that you got that zone, now what do you get? You get that 1 up, right? That 1 down, 2 up. Then the 3rd lift. Now you're looking for that extension, that next extension above here. If it can get up into the 95 and hold pullbacks to 94, that's your look for the extension for the breakout. A lot of this going to depend on the oil trade. So for the oil trade, what are we watching? We're watching that Russia and Iran situation. Iran can affect oil too. So keep your eyes on Iran also. That situation that's going on, the nuclear situation with Iran and sanctions and what's going to happen out of that is going to massively affect oil also, Joshua. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Roblox. I'm going to try to go ahead a little bit faster, change up the speed here, and just go more a little bit of important levels to watch. As you guys can see, a lot of times I'm going to have levels. Roblox is one that I'm looking for to take out the lows right now. This looks to me like a bear flag pattern here. So I'm going to actually delete these so that we don't get confused on what is important here. Let's look at this candle, this wick here. This is from on the daily January 24th, that low. Put a candle there and watch to see if it takes out that. That's 60.58. So you can maybe move it up a little bit, or 60.50. If it takes out that on the downside, watch for a takeout of 55. This looks like it is going to try down to the low. And if it does take out here, I think the biggest thing to watch is an accumulation of volume. You did get accumulation of volume down there at 60. Look for the same thing to happen. And you really need a big volume pop to get yourself out of the trend. All right, let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. GGPI is going to be having a Super Bowl ad, I believe, in the first quarter. This is what you call a Super Bowl ad run. I drew this one out also, the rule of 3 coming into play. Look how this one eventually broke on out. We called this one out in this period, which was on Thursday. And look, on Friday, you get a nice big pop out of a symmetrical triangle. And you can look on the 15-minute. It's going to look a little bit cleaner here. And you can see here, it popped out of that symmetrical triangle. And just that pop alone was a nice 3% pop, 39 cents there. I know a lot of people were loading the boat here on this stock in between the 11s and 11.33. So GGPI, could it continue? Yeah, I think this is one of those that you really want to have access to pre-market access, because you could see this thing maybe pop up to 11.75, 12, and then give it all back. So just be careful out there. Christopher, not really trying to give you trading advice here. All of this is for education only. Like always, guys, definitely smash the like. We're going to give educational advice here. It's not investment advice. But this is the way I see it. I look for this as being one of those buy the rumors and sell into the news. Be careful. Don't get sold on into. All right, guys, smash the like, guys, from Money Mitch. If you guys appreciate me taking the time here, a little orange juice. I got to say, I'm a Rams fan, so go Rams. If you guys are Bengal fans out here, I'm sorry. You know, Burrow is going to have to wait another day. I know he's young, but my man Cooper Kupp is going to go at it. Man, that guy's a monster. All right. Let's keep going, guys. Hey, die spy, says Lady Boss. Ooh, the spots out there. All right, guys, looks like we got over 186 people here. Take the second, guys. Hit that like button for me. I'm trying to grow the audience here, trying to keep it going here. Smash up the likes, guys. I'm drowning in all this. Hey, and it's okay. If, as you guys can tell, I'm keeping it a little smoky this morning. It's Sunday. I'm off. I'm doing some stocks, keeping it, enjoying it. Let's go out there, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's take a look at some stocks. What's up out there, guys? Looks like Tesla being talked in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and cover that for you, Gypsy Blood. For Gypsy Blood out there, I got to play this sound. I couldn't help myself.
Wow, it's very nice.
Let's keep going. Let's go. Tesla. All right, let's take a look here. Tesla breaking down here, bringing the music on down there. I want to jam on out there, as you can tell. All right, but Tesla really breaking down here. It's coming on down there towards the 900. One of the biggest things I think you watch on this chart is the 200-day moving average. That's that purple line you see here. You can see how we caught it last time, and then it was around 814.35. Look where it is now. You're around 823.99. So you wouldn't want to see that line really get below that 1814, showing you weakness as you keep coming on down. One thing that I can tell you is that this one really held a sideways trend and then broke down fast when it broke this line. So if it can recover this line, then you're looking good. Above 950s, I'd be looking at a long for Tesla. Below this 820s, you can look for a continued momentum down. Of course, it could bounce there, so just be careful. And this one's harder to trade on the downside. So definitely, I can tell you, when you trade Tesla, one of the things is the spread is very wide. So you have to be able to manage your risk and also size into the position, not just throwing like, let's say 5 shares at once. Like even when I take like a crazy trade on Tesla, let's maybe say 6 shares. But that would be taking 1 share at a time. Try to use your commissions wisely, especially if you have free commissions. Level the trade in and don't take it all at one level. This could help you when you're taking bigger spreads. All right, let's keep going. Palantir and SoFi. Jonathan Thomas. I'll do a quick one on that. SoFi, for me, it's all about these levels right here. I've drawn out this sideways action here before this even got in this time. And you can tell here because this was created right here. If you can zoom in, you saw that was created on December 14th. So we're going to look to see if SoFi can continue into that area and get out of here. So it's like about 1350s on the upside and about 11 on the downside. So until it gets out of that zone, I think you're in consolidation and you need to fight out. Palantir, same kind of area right now in consolidation battle. And this one looks a little bit more bearish than that SoFi chart for me because it looks like it's trying to take out the low of this trend line. And if it takes out the low of that trend line there and comes towards 12, it could be breaking down here. As you guys can see, if you did my rule of 3, that kind of approach, this is almost a complete pattern. I might actually be looking for a Palantir short on this. Just nothing that I'm against you if you're long on this, Jonathan, but it does look like a shorter pattern there. NIO, let's go. Gypsy said the likes are smashed. I love this song right here, so I'm gonna jam a little bit more. In this little old town, in the middle of the ocean. I wish I was at the ocean right now. It's a little cold where I'm at right now. There's a little snow. Let's go, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, let's go to NIO. All right, Daniel, looks like another kind of flag there that's kind of cracking down there. I was actually looking at NIO to get maybe a potential long here, and I'm going to show you the setup that I was looking at. So I was looking at this setup, right? We started looking strong here, and if you have the hourly, it looked like it was going to continue. But what do we wanted to see? We wanted to see that 25 hold here, and it broke through. Now you're breaking on down. You could see this turn into more of a daily move here. And you can see here, if you draw a trend line, start connecting on up, you can see how you broke down significantly from those levels. We're going to take off this here, and we're going to look for this candle back here. This candle is very important here on the 24th, where you got that gap down. The low there, 23.10. So you're looking at somewhere around 23s as that level to look for the downside move. But if you can catch there and bounce there, it's okay. But it needs to get right on back up by this 26.15. You could kind of draw a converging line there, and you can see the breakdown that happened there. We'll see if it continues on the downside here. All right, smash the like, guys. Let's keep it going. Hope you guys have a good time. Like always, check me on out, guys. I'm on Story Investor. If you guys haven't seen me before, you guys can find me at Story Investors, and this is the Super Bowl of stocks, guys. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. All right, let's keep going, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, guys. I'm seeing so many stocks rolling through. Beach bum. Enjoy the beach out there, man. Daniel, what's going on, guys? Is this live at 9:50 a.m.? Yeah, this is live, man. Enjoying it, Keith. Go Rams. I saw that, Antonio. That's what I like. All right, I'm going to roll up. I got some stocks I got to keep going through. AU. All right, gold trade. This is what I'm talking about. You guys know gold trade is the trade of the day for me. I always like to give a trade that I'm looking out for the week or something that I'm doing. That's why I would tell you guys to see Money Mitch every single day, weekdays, 4:30. I want to see you guys join me. We're going to keep going through stocks. I always take stocks from the chat. Mondays, I like to do interviews, bring on a market strategist, a portfolio manager, someone that has some perspective to give us. And, of course, I'll keep giving what I can do. Let's keep going. AU here, gold trade. I do like this trade. One thing I like to do is with gold, look more at the weekly, and you might find a deeper trend, right? And look at this. This is even looking like an even deeper trend for me. I'm going to actually go towards the monthly to find what I see here. And so once I go into the monthly, I can see a little bit more that, hey, we need to really pay attention to this support, right? So we came back into play into this support, and we kind of really caught that around the 1650s. Now we're getting this sideways trend line, and we're going to draw it towards the body a little bit closer so that you can kind of see, okay, so now we're getting this kind of chop zone here. We want to pull this a little bit down to kind of draw it out there at 16. There you got the big candles. Now you got monthly support coming into drawing. Now let's go into a little bit closer. Now let's work our way to the weekly. Okay, so that looked like a little bit of a price extreme pop over here. So I'd actually call this one right here around the 33s, or you can pull it up till it's at 34.82s. And so now we're looking for this to come into a little bit of a tighter trend. Now we're looking at the daily trend. Let's get into the daily trend and see what we got on the daily. So we've gotten one pop to give us a little bit of what? A fake breakout. This is what I would call a fake breakout. When you get that pop above the trend line really early, and then you come right back down towards the support. Daily support down here towards 1860s. We're going to look for that to continue to hold here. This is a nice push. Now that you got that clear above, you got another fake breakout. Now you're going to look for a real breakout. What do I mean by a real breakout? We want to see that body actually close above the 21. So if you can get that body to close up here and get into this zone, now you're looking really good. I'd be looking for maybe potentially, even if we get a sideways day at 20, as long as it can hold around 1950, I like this AU. I'm going to actually add it to my gold watch. I got GOLD I have NEEE there. I'm gonna add a U. So appreciate that one. Thank you, Mike. Mike Record. Hey, I got you, man. Good stock there. Silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold. Let's go. Let's keep it going, guys. Roblox earnings on Tuesday. Yeah, be careful with earnings, guys. Tesla, we already covered. Moderna, says MJ Racer. Let's do Moderna for you, man. Let's keep it going. You guys do me the favor. Definitely smash the like. I'm going to check on the likes right now. I want to see where we're at here. But this is one of my favorite songs right now, so I'm going to keep it jamming while I check that out. I'm going to take a drink, and you guys keep enjoying it. I'll be right here, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Redirecting footsteps, I can see horizon line. I readjust my scope, I pull the trigger, watch it fly. Knowing where you're going is on.
All right, guys. Looks like we're at 95 likes, guys. Hit that like. Let's go ahead. Let's get up. We got over 200 people here. So if you guys could do me the favor, smash on up. Let's see if we can get to 150 here. Let's go. Smash on up, guys. I see 100 now. Give me something to believe in, guys. Something to believe in. Give me up and give me die. Give me something to believe in. All right. You guys see I'm enjoying myself a little bit here. Shauna not enjoying it. Hey, Shauna. Hey, this is free. The door is that way. Let's keep going, guys. All right, WM being called out. Let's keep going. All right, let's go. All right, let's get to waste management here. All right. Waste management being called out in the chat, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it out there. Hit the like button. Absolutely free and enjoying it out there. Nvidia, I'll get to it, Charles. Stick around. All right, waste management here. Nothing that I've really looked at before. Honestly, I've never traded it. I've drawn it out for people before, but let's see here. We're looking like we're running into a little bit more of that monthly trend here. I would make sure that this kind of holds here. It's looking like it's coming on back there to that line. You can see it kind of come into the 130s there. There's another support that was coming into play here around 137. So I would look into the zone here to really catch a kind of dip there. But this is not really something that I trade often. So I'm not going to act like I know too much about waste management. Let's take a look more in the daily. Daily looks like you broke on through that level here. So you got to make sure that, so it tried to break down through that level, right? You get that big wick there. Look, if you get a close below this 143.75, that's the bearish trigger on the downside. What's up out there, guys? What's the name of the platform you're using? This is TC2000, guys. TC2000. If you guys got a song you guys want to call out, throw it up in the chat. Definitely give me a super chat if you guys want a specific song played. But definitely, let's keep the tunes going. Let's enjoy it. I'm going to be here for another about, what we got? 26 minutes here. So smash that like, guys. Let's keep it going here. All right. Next stock up here. What are we going to get to? Nvidia, I said that I'd go to charts, and then next time, and then after that, I'll get into some gambling stocks. Let's talk a little bit about Nvidia here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. Looks like we got that hard downturn right into the 200-day moving average. So I'd say watch this, right? Because it looks like you're coming towards that trend here. Now you got 3 wicks. 3 wicks is what makes a trend line, right? So you get a wick here. From the first one is January 24th. Then you get a wick here of 212.96 on the 28th. And now you just went down towards 223.64s. Now the big thing is, are you going to go into this 220 zone? 220 zone is really going to start getting us bearish because look at the 200-day. You're going to crack behind the 200-day. Look how you held the 200-day here. You held it pretty well for about 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 3 days underneath the rule of 3, boom, and it popped off of it. Let's look into that play again. If it gets below there and holds, watch out. But if it can get back above this level, hold the 230s, then get back above, let's say 240s, you could ride it back on up for the 270 move. It tried to get up through there, but it couldn't really hold this move. It's going to be all based about what happens in the Fed, the rates, and also, of course, Russia. DraftKings, let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. Don't want to get into a whole bunch of Russia talk here. DraftKings, we were looking for the Super Bowl pop. Looks like we got it on Friday. And then, of course, the news came in and kind of changed this on up. Look at this drawn trend line here off the bottom. Every time it came into play, you could have been buying it off of that. And that was a good 15-minute trend line. You could look at it on the hourly. It'll be a little cleaner here. And you can see here, you can draw it on up. And look how that hourly is holding the trend. As long as it can hold that hourly trend, you're still looking good. And we'll see if this one can continue making the moves. This one was a Super Bowl trade, so this might be a sell on Monday, and then you're back here into the 22s. But if it can get back above 25s for some reason, let's say it gets out some good catalysts, big Super Bowl numbers, and gets into the 25 area, that's the only way I would be looking for the green kind of continued breakout zone would be up there in the 25s. Of course, same thing happened in Penn. And this is why I like to look at sectors, because I'm looking for the continued momentum, right? And so we get a sector analysis type of push here. And so we're looking for a push. If you looked here on Monday was right here, the 7th. And so this is that first day. If you look there on the 7th, what did we get? We got a pop through the consolidation here, which was the 47.30. We talked about that level on live trading with Benzinga. If you guys don't know, we do a live trading show every weekday except Friday. Friday, we just trade kind of in our chat. We have a Discord. I'm not going to give you the Discord because you kind of got to be on that show to get the Discord. So I would check it out. This is weekdays, starts at 9:05, goes all the way until 11, sometimes 11:30. So smash that like and check out live trading with Benzinga, guys. All right, so on Penn, now we're looking for it to see it get back above 50. That's the level we're going to keep calling out. Until Penn gets back above 50, I'm not bullish. If you can see here, we were hanging on to that 50. Now we broke it until it gets back into that range. I'm not bullish. AMC gonna take off big time, just my opinion. All right, well, I actually talked about a trade in AMC to watch, right? If you guys don't know, I did a video on AMC, IMAX, and CNK, how you can trade all three of these. So for my apes out there, I'll show you guys exactly what that trade consists of. So here's three charts here. Let me put the AMC on the right hand side and how you can trade these, right? And so if you look here on the hourly, I'm going to show you guys how IMAX is behaving and how also CNK is behaving. Also hourly to the left here. So you can see how it's bullish. And look how AMC is also behaving off of that. And so you can use all three to kind of trade. Don't just trade with one. Kind of keep your eyes on it. Trade with the trend. Of course, a lot of people are going to say, oh no, but this trades with GME. Yeah, it trades with GME also. So maybe you could keep all four charts. Keep an eye out on how they're all moving relationship-wise and catch the laggard trade. What do I mean by the laggard trade? Is a lot of times you're going to get stocks that are going to move. There's going to be a leader in the industry. Sometimes, let's say in tech, sometimes that's AMD, and it's just pushing on up, breaking through levels. Then you're seeing Nvidia follow. Then you're seeing Micron. Then you're seeing QCOM move. This is why I look for what's called the laggard and leaders trade. So the leaders take off. They got the momentum. Look for the volume to increase in the stock that's lagging, that has a good resistance or a support pattern underneath. And then I look for that to continue. Go Bengals. Ooh, I don't know about that one. I'll agree with the smoke weed every day part. How about that? Let's go. All right. Disney, please. Disney, let's go. Cooking with stocks. That's an interesting title there. Interesting screen name. All right, Disney turned around there, guys. I was looking for a 150 potential buy here. And so that's the zone that I would watch. If I was looking for buying at 150, let's say I just bought it. I already got it. You know, I have that 150 level. That's right around that trend line that you're seeing right here. And so my risk would have been down towards 148. So if we look here, 148 is like right about here. Why 148? Because I want to see if this gap can hold. So what we're going to do is, since it's already in that gap, let's hold to the body of that, which is 147.29. Let's say I'm holding towards a $3 risk on the downside. So if this is our downside risk, a lot of times I like to draw on my charts, and you'll see me do this often, is draw out the risk and draw out the reward. See if it makes sense visually. Because if it makes sense visually, that's going to help you understand the pattern of what it means to have the right risk to reward. So if I at least drew it up to the 157, that looks like twice at least, or 3 times the risk there. And so let's go ahead, let's draw that up as the reward side. And we're looking for it to get back up in there and get into that zone above. We'd sell a little bit at this first one. This would be what I would call reward 1. And we'd probably potentially have a reward 2 towards the next level on up on the hourly. And so what would this be? Would be risking about, let's say here, and I'm going to close this line here just so I can draw the risk out here. The risk would be about 1.76% on the downside. And then from that level, let's say around the 150s, towards just up here is going to be about a 4.58% on the upside. So we get that 3-to-1 look. It looks like a 4-to-1 look. And these are my types of trades that I do like to take. So I understand why you'd be taking that shot here. I understand the outlook, but we'll see if we can get out of this. I'm not the biggest fan of Disney, but I understand. And I even was taking the shot or thinking about taking the shot here on Disney. I'll let you guys know if I do, though. This is TC2000 if you guys are enjoying it. What's up out there, Jason? Looks like we got a BBIG fan out there. AMC will report positive cash flows. Yeah, I mean, I had nothing against cash flows on AMC. They're definitely starting to get some more work. Hey, you seen it all. All right, guys, let's keep going out there. I'm going to get down towards the bottom. There's so many messages flowing on through. Blazing music. Let's go. FDX short, says hers. Looks like we got over 200 people. Can we get 150 likes? We got 124, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Jamie wants to know about the banks. I'll get into the banks. I got you, Jamie. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's talk a little bit more. Let's see what we got here. I'm raising my voice a little bit so that you guys can catch me here. Let me grab a little bit of orange juice. Keep the vibe going, guys. This is the Super Bowl of stocks, guys. Hit the share button and let everybody know. Join us on up. We still got about 17 minutes here, so hit the like. All right, let's keep it going, guys. Let me know in the chat who's going to win today. I'm going to go ahead and set a poll here. Let's set a poll. Let's set a Super Bowl poll. All right, who wins? Who wins here? Rams or Bengals? I want to go ahead and let the chat vote here before I give away all my secrets. I'll throw it up in the chat there, throwing up a poll in the chat. You guys, let me know. All right, time to get to some more stocks here. What other stocks are being called out? BBIG, of course. Man, people love this stock. Christopher, I can't blame you. Jet, I can't blame you. BBIG, we had an alert for 350 alert. And look how that played into fact here. And so if you draw this trend line, look how that really takes on off here. And so this is why it's important to understand, hey, when you got multiple time frame patterns, so this was like a 1 hour pattern, then it came into a sideways pattern, then consolidated, broke on up. Look at a deeper time frame. Try to measure it out on a deeper time frame. Okay, daily still is a little choppy for me. Let's go to the weekly. This is going to start getting a lot cleaner. let's go ahead and delete all the drawings. I don't even need any of the drawings. So if we look at the weekly, this looks a lot cleaner now. Now I can see, okay, so this is the bigger time frame trade here. And so the bigger time frame trade is off that 3 mark on pullbacks. And you can see how you hold it because you get this push above towards 550, and now you're sideways on that 3. Now you know where your risk should really be at. You know, the stock gets down into this zone, 250s. We wouldn't want to be a part of this trade. You know, this is kind of our red zone. We'll call it our red zone here. This is the area where we don't want to be a part of it. And so now we can start working a little bit closer into the time frame. Look at the daily. Daily starts holding above this on this pullback. Needs to hold 3 on that pullback. Get back above the high of these candles here, which is 359. That will give us a nice breakout on the daily resistance trend. And that's in this zone here. So now you're kind of stuck into this zone. You need to get into this area to really see that buy zone happen here and get that big push. This is BBIG, of course, guys. Big retail stock, low float, has that drive, has a lot of people looking at it, a lot of, let's say, chat rooms. So just be careful in trading a stock like this. Always understand your risk, but it does have potential if it gets back into that area to find the lift. All right, guys, I hope you're having a good time out there. What's up, guys? This is one of my favorite artists right now. This is K Bong here, guys. So if you guys don't know K Bong, check him on out.
'Cause there's nothing that we can do.
Hey, be alright. Mara talked about Jeff here. Bitcoin?
As long as I
don't really like these, man. They're out of trend. I've been watching these since October time. It just started. The trend changed. Until these can get back into a trend, I would say just be careful. I would say needs to catch near 20s again. That's where I think you're heading down towards. So if you get this trend line to break here, down into this zone, look for this zone to break down here, the 20s.
Feel the sunlight shine.
Eagle asking me a good question. What's my favorite strain? Probably Skywalker, high THC. But I mean, hey, there's nothing like sativa called Flow. Flow is amazing. It's probably the only strain I've ever can say that you can actually have a clear-minded effect. Real clear-minded, energetic. One of the best ones out there. What's going on, Miss Whitehorse? What am I doing on right now? I don't know. Probably trying to get fired or something. Who knows, guys? Hit the like at least, guys, so I don't get fired. But maybe if we get enough likes, they'll forgive me for playing reggae on Sunday and having the Super Bowl of stocks here. But smash that like. Let's keep going. BTC at the high. We'll see what happens. Rams. Let's see how the vote's going out there. Looks like the Rams are winning there, 59%, guys. Looks like we got 49 votes there. Guys, hit the like there. I'm going to end it in a little bit here, but definitely hit the like, guys. Got about, what do we got? About 10 minutes left. I'm going to do this for an hour, guys. Hit the like. I'm going to start doing some stocks a little bit quicker, but keep it going. There's a lot of stocks out there. Oxy was a call out on Thursday. Look at this bad boy. Oxy continues to go. That's why I say watch live trading. A lot of times I'm starting to call out a lot more of these swing trade types on there. And look how this one went through 41 and really held. I love how it did this. Look at the opening move on this move here on Friday. Look at this. I tell people, guys, it started to get below 41. So we're looking for a recovery of 41, a test of the, and then we're going to look for a red to green trade. Look at this Oxy. Right down below goes to that 40.80, then you get a clear breakout above the trend. And then one thing you want to see is what we call throwbacks. What are throwbacks? Okay, so throwbacks are a lot of what you see. This is a technical term. So a lot of people call them pullbacks. So when you break above a trend line and you actually come back right to that trend line, or in this case, also a VWAP hold, that's going to be a throwback. Why is it a throwback? Because you break, you throw it back right to that level, and then you see the breakout happen there.
one thing you want to see is a volume increase on that, showing you that people took more sizing on that throwback. Some people like to take half sizing on the breakout, half sizing on the throwback, then make that full position, and boom, they can have a full position into the breakout. Look how Oxy does it here, guys. So if you look here, we're going to look to see this tap right here. Boom, it does it right here off the VWAP. Right after you break on out, you get the push. Then what does it happen? You're looking for the pullback towards that line. It holds that line multiple times there and gets the lift. This is off the 5 minutes, so you probably see it on one touch if it was a 15. But if you can see here, it does another VWAP hold, and that's really starting to get us bullish on the intraday. And now you're looking for, if anything, one more touch of VWAP, but not below VWAP. And you can see here the stock comes down weak and actually catches the support one last time. Boom, and really starts trying to take out the highs. Stocks trade a lot of times in waves, guys. I know that my man in the chat probably talking about Fibonacci's or harmonics. Hey, I know I have someone trading nomadic in the chat that loves harmonics and trades like that. Things trade in waves, guys. There's waves to this game. Keep looking for them. What does the Twitter buyback program mean? It can mean a lot of things, Matthew. I've tried to trade these before. Let's say buyback programs. Sometimes it can help. Sometimes, to tell you the truth, sometimes it doesn't show up until like later in the day or later in the chart where you see that effect where it comes back through those levels. But to me, Twitter, I just don't know it. I mean, Jack left, and to me, that's not a good sign, but we'll see what happens in Twitter. It's definitely probably one of the best ones. Glass House? No, I don't think I have gotten some Glass House, but definitely smash the like. Let's keep going. Rams, minus 4.5. Oof. Now you're pushing it. I like the money line, but I've been liking the Rams since the beginning of the season. Cooper Kupp, I knew was going to be something special with Matthew Stafford. So, hey, you Lion fans, I'm sorry, guys. You guys should have kept him and got him a good team because I think he needed one. Needed a defense. That's really what I think it is, and that's going to be a defensive game today. AMC follow GME. Yeah, so GME, IMAX, we talked about that trade. If you didn't see it, Terrence, rewind. I talked about AMC. It's already been covered. All right, QCOM or forward. I like these. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about those. We got about 8 minutes left, guys. Smash the like. Over 200 people watching. The votes are getting closer in our Super Bowl vote. We got about 69 votes in that. Rams still winning and leading by 57%. 150 likes have been hit. Can we get to 200? Man, I might keep my job after all. Let's go. Let's go, guys. The Simpsons predicted the Super Bowls to win 34-31. Oof, that scares me now, Keith. Fractional trading legit? Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, it depends what you're trading. You know, if you're trading Amazon, it's not a bad thing if you're not grabbing the whole share. You can still make money. GT, Goodyear, that's a good one. I see that stock trend all the time, up or down. So you see how it makes big moves? Look, up, down, up, down. Now you get down. Man, this stock broke down big. 1734 on the upside, but this stock, I don't know what happened here. I'm pretty sure it's probably earnings, and it does not look good. I would look for it to take out maybe down here towards this low 1417. But holy moly, GT getting crushed. Let's go to QCOM or forward there. Didn't want to take a look at that, but man, did stand out. QCOM couldn't get through the 190s. Tried, guys. I always look for like kind of my rule of three coming into play. You could see here we got 1, 2 attempts, 3 attempts. We just went through the 4th. That was breakout stage, baby. 190s. What happened? Rejected hard there, guys. Looks like it's coming back down towards that 160, and it does not look good for me here in QCOM. I think you might get a test down towards 160 and maybe even down towards this test down here towards the 50-day into the 150s. But like always, do your own risk assessment.
Hey, keeping the tunes going here. Stick Figure, my favorite probably reggae artist out there. If you guys don't know who this is Stick Figure. Let's keep going. I should reach out to Stick Figure, let him know I do stocks to him. He'd probably be amazed. Tom, I hope you're enjoying it. Great tunes, said Tiny Trader. It's good to see you, Tiny. Appreciate it. It's good to see you in the chat, definitely. Roy out there, MD, how would the markets react overall with Russia and Ukraine? I'll get to that at the end there. We got about 5 minutes left. I'll talk all about that, MD, and you can put some comments in the chat like always. All right, Vail being mentioned, BP on moves. Tyrone says, all right, let's check out that. Vail is not a bad one to take a look at, of course. Energy, right? Materials. Anything hard right now. As you can tell here, look at this line I drew on September 27th. I was looking for Vail to kind of really catch that bottom. I updated this bottom on the 18th of January. That's when I really started looking at this one to really kind of hold where I was back here. And we've been looking at Vail. Look how this popped on up, went back towards that support, held 3 times, and then we got the breakout. Now we're looking for this to, it's okay if it pulls back towards, let's say, this 9 EMA, even, let's say, into the 1660 area, but I do think this is going to continue trading. Basic materials are definitely one to watch. I'll give you a couple other ones, right? BP is interesting also, but I like LAC. Look at this one to catch a support here as you're coming into the trend line. Of course, this is a lithium play. So I'm going to look for it to come into this like 27 zone and then get right back up there towards 29. MP, look at this one. Starting to come on back. It already got strong here. Let's look for a strength move through 41 into Monday. That's MP. PLL, another lithium play. Look at this one. Look for it to come and take out these highs here. So 5150 is a very important zone for us. I'm actually going to set an alert there for us so that we can get alerted on live trading. Yes, live trading is a show that we have on Benzinga weekdays, Monday through Thursdays, starting at 9:05. We trade live in front of you guys. So if you guys want to join that, definitely do so. Hit the like. We got over 219 people watching here. We got people on Twitter also. If you guys want to come on over and throw a stock in the chat, come on over to our YouTube. I was going to even set up TikTok on the left-hand side here. I do got a TikTok called Money Mitch as I keep dipping my toes into the metaverse. And with that being mentioned, I'm looking to do another interview on SLGG. That's a metaverse play. If you guys don't know that one, that's Super League Gaming. I've interviewed Ann Hand before, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. All right, catching up with the chat, seeing a lot out there. Hope Miss Whitehorse, I hope they don't invade. Hey, I hope they don't, but we'll see what happens out there. You guys throw up your chat if you guys have a thought on Russia. The metaverse is just beginning. Yes, I do agree. You know what? Let's just do some deeper thoughts for the rest of the show here. Last song here as we end here on Coming Home, guys. Coming Home. I'm going to do one last stock here. All right, let's do fan favorite here. Let's do Lucid. Lucid is one that I warned about once we broke through this 36 zone that we could potentially go to 25. We already went through that level once. Now we're hitting that level again. This one's dangerous, guys. Be careful. This one could come back all the way through 20s and end up by like 15s into this year. So this is Lucid. Just want to warn out there. Don't want to be a negative guy, but like always, guys, we got to be careful and live closer to the sun, man. Slightly stupid. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's do a little bit of deeper thoughts. We're going to talk a little bit about some stocks, taking the music off there because we're going to get into a little bit deeper thoughts here. And like always, guys, I mean, I don't want to hear thoughts, about war and stuff like that. I mean, you guys hear the heartbeat there, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone wants to really hear about that, but we got to be apparent on both sides, right? So the Russian thing, I think, is really important for multiple stocks, areas. That's how we can pay attention to it as traders. So oil is one that I've definitely been watching. Oil is one I was watching to turn around, but then when I saw the Russia and Ukraine thing continue, I thought it was going to die down. It looked like things were intensifying. I was looking for that trade to really get hot because I heard comments mentioned by Biden last week, and these were the comments that he mentioned. He said that they were having plans about immediate loss of oil in Europe, and if that happened, what they would do to kind of get the oil supply back up, right? This is very important. Natural gas with Germany, right? Germany is kind of what we call handcuffed right now. Why are they handcuffed? Because they have a big deal with Russia right now. They can't supply all the energy they need, so they made a big deal with Russia. And I mean, at the end of the day, I understand it. I understand that they're handcuffed right now. So the pressure can't be too hard from Germany right now. And it has to come a lot from the United States. The question is, what would happen if Ukraine would get attacked? I think you would start seeing defensive stocks rip and technology stocks get crushed. And so in this case, I said it last Monday that this is the biggest macro news event that I'm paying attention to. I know a lot of people are talking about the Fed and the rates rising, and I do see that. I think you're going to get a lot of things in the minutes that talks about how they are not seeing inflation slowing down. They're seeing it pick up, and that pressures of war could make it even worse. I mean, let's just be honest. If we get into a war, that's going to be increasing those pressures of inflation. I'm not an economist, but I did study a lot in my finance studies. And I can say that, man, high inflation, times where interest rates are going to go up. And if we can't get it under wraps, guys, I mean, it's going to be very hard to kind of control if we do get into war times. So pay attention to stocks like that. Another stock to kind of keep a watch that has been a strong one lately is LMT, right? Lockheed Martin. Look how this defensive stock, aerospace and defense, is starting to push. Look at this bullish engulfing candle that we put in here and look for it to break through 400 going into next week. I think this is definitely a trade you guys can keep on your radar. There's a big support that it held here at 385. You've gotten multiple attempts to break through it. It could continue to run, especially if we're going to continue to hear headlines like this. So if you wanted to take a look at a trade, that's how I would look at it. Stocks like that. I called out gold to continue going up. That's also something you can take a look at, and we'll keep a deeper look. Now, to get on something a little bit deeper dive on the bright side, how am I looking at the metaverse? This is deep dive talk, guys. Of course, guys, if you guys want to head on out, it's okay. This is kind of that cooler talk. I'm going to scroll down, see what we thought about the Russian talk there. I think a lot of people are looking. Don't think they would go to war amidst the Olympic. That wouldn't be smart, but we'll see what happens. I mean, they did mention that it could possibly happen, and they're definitely on the verge, so we'll see what happens there. Fear index like SARK. Yeah, SARK is a good one if you're taking a look at the opposite side. I interviewed SARK way before any of this happened, guys. Before any of the SARK really boomed, I interviewed SARK right here, guys. I interviewed SARK on my channel, Matthew Tuttle, on the 17th of November. So you guys could have been watching this all the way through. This has just continued going through, guys. And we'll see what happens. So, I mean, this is definitely one to watch. If you're looking for growth stocks to continue getting hit and you're looking for a hedge, look at SARK. Look how this is setting on up there. Bottoming action could come on up there, 250s. Not a bad look to take a look at. This is an inverse to the ARKK, just to make sure that we get that right. And so if you wanted to look, you could also look, hey, is this going to break this bearish pattern? Is this going to break the 70 low and give us that flush down around the 70s? That's what I would be looking for. Is this going to hold the high here, right above here around the 78? Above 78, it could break on the upside. So just be careful. SARK has paid you, TA. Hey, can't blame you on that. So the metaverse. So in the metaverse, what I'm looking at, guys, is really understanding how this is all going to come together. And so a lot of times, just like EV, where I'm trying to understand how EV is going to come together, I think for EV, you need adoption of what? You need adoption of charging stations. You need adoption of autonomous technology like LiDAR. You need adoption of what? You need the supply chains to kind of catch on up, right? You need that the chips to kind of come to the market so they can get all these vehicles out that they're trying to get on out. We'll see what happens there. Definitely keep an eye out on that. Now, when I look at in the metaverse, it's kind of the similar situation. Let's look at the story, right? So to me, it all started really, the metaverse was actually created and it was already moving with cryptocurrency, but NFTs is what really took it to that next level, right? That's where we could start getting the exclusivity in the metaverse. And so now that we're looking at it, we're looking at these as the underlying assets, the coins and the NFTs. The NFTs are somewhat like, let's say, the digital hard assets. I'm going to call them digital hard assets just because that's how we kind of have to keep the mentality. And then you have the monetary, the economy of the metaverse are the coins. That's another underlining asset. Think about it like this, guys. So like, you have monetary and fiscal policy underlinings, right? How does the mechanisms work? This is what I'm trying to pay attention to in the metaverse and what I think you guys should look for in investments. Let's take a look at it in a deeper dive, not just in like, oh, so what stock is going to get the metaverse right now? I mean, if you take a look, I've been diving into Decentraland, Sandbox. Those are the two that I see in the forefront, but this doesn't mean it's going to stop here. It's going to be a big, big move, but it's going to take a little bit. We need to work on the development of the AR and VR technology. This is what I say to look at this year. 2 years ago, I was calling out programmatic advertisement, which is digital advertising directly to the consumer. Now I'm paying attention to AR and VR adoption. So the new goggles Facebook will put out, new goggles that you're looking for, products being released, Apple glasses, right? The VR Apple glasses should be released soon. We're going to be paying attention to moments like that to show us if we can really adopt AR and VR. That's how the metaverse is going to take off, because you need the underlying technology to get you to that next level. All right, guys, meet me in Decentraland, says Antonio. Yes, you guys, I need to give out my username. I don't even know it really. I just do it myself. I've been looking around, been venturing. So who knows? Maybe we do a little meetup in Decentraland on a Money Mitch episode. We could do it. We could look at stocks in the metaverse. I got no problem. All right, let's go ahead. Let's wrap on up, guys. We're going to get on out of here. So I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to look at the last votes here of the Super Bowl. Who can get a last vote in? Oh, that's it. That's it, guys. That's going to do it for us in the poll there. Looks like we got 58%, guys, to the Rams. So you guys out there, 57%. Bengals 42, 95 votes there. We'll see what happens. Who wins in the Super Bowl? I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. We played some music. We enjoyed ourselves. We're going to keep going. Guys, like always, catch on up. I hope you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl of stocks. Hope you guys enjoyed me being here. Definitely, guys, check out Benzinga Pro. Like always, if you want to stay with the news, I definitely think that's the best way to do it. You can get a free 2-week trial. Just go to pro.benzinga.com. I would definitely check that on out. I can even give you guys a discount here. Let me get you guys that discount here. Definitely check it on out though, guys. Let's do it here. Oh, definitely. I'll just throw up the banner here. pro.benzinga.com. Check that on out. You don't even need a credit card. You guys can stay up with the news. I definitely think this is going to be important when you're seeing Russia. Stay with the news, catch it as it happens, and that's going to go ahead and benefit you guys. So definitely smash the like. Enjoy the Super Bowl today. Catch me on Money Mitch tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern. I'll be live, and I do it every single day. Also on live trading with Benzinga. I think that's so important to check on out, guys. This is where we do literally live trading, guys. So if you guys want to check that on out, I would definitely go ahead and do so. And one thing that we do YOLO options. We got Ryan that takes longer term options. I take swing trades and sometimes some day trades. So check that on out. If you guys appreciated going through all these stocks, and look back, Maybe we covered a stock that you guys missed because you jumped on in late, and I hope you guys have a good one. Oh, man, the movement, Take Me to the Ocean. Ooh, this is one of my favorites right there, too. I'm going to leave you guys on out of here. Guys, have a great one. Have a good Super Bowl. Enjoy it with the family, or just enjoy Sunday. Sunday's always a great day to enjoy. I usually spend some stock time in the morning, but family time in the afternoon. Hope you guys have a good one and enjoy it. Take my will be free.
Now it's coming around, you're feeling cut down and in the ground, and so we all come together. We making a sound, we sing. Look at all this love we found. Gotta raise some more toast to the speed.
Have a good one, guys. See you guys next time, right here on Benzinga.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green.